Good morning, guys. Boy, am I ready to get into the swing of things. Sorry, I missed. Now you're gonna see the secret. This is actually a battery-driven candle. There we go. I was so excited getting into the swing of things, so I just forgot to actually light the candle. Good morning! So, guys, wow, have I been taught a lesson? Whew. I posted a video that I did this morning. Good morning! Posted a video this morning, and I suggest you guys go and have a look at it. I will explain also here now with you guys about what is going on, but I did post a video. You can find it in our content library on YouTube and in our forums if you decide to join there. But boy, was I taught a lesson. Morning. So, Monday stream. After Monday, when I is about to go to the part with the blueberry. Oh yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. I know it's a bit of a long one, but it'll be fine. Hopefully we'll bring some clarity. I will also discuss it here with you guys. So yeah, but the blueberry part, yeah, that is when we'll start to explain how I am to be working. So on Monday, for you who weren't here or for you who were here, I was ready to leave everything behind. Just drop it all because I'm human, because it means so much to me what I do. And then what happened was that I had two situations or two individuals who, one after another, didn't resonate with what I said, with what information I was given, and what I was gathered to give, so to say. And I knew this. My guides said to me during the lunch break that you won't be able to be working after lunch. This will be tough. And it really was a lesson to be learned there. So I went into myself after the stream and I started to question everything, as we do. And I had a long discussion with myself, with my fiance, with my telepathic system, and of course with my guides. And we come to a conclusion. And we come to find a way to view our work, to understand it, and to get a better understanding why what happened. And we also come to a compromise on how to go forwards. So first off, I will only be streaming half days. If my guides don't tell me otherwise, it will be half days. So probably mornings or afternoons, we'll see. But today, therefore, I will be streaming until lunch. Because of what has happened before, because of me having been ill for a long time, my guides wanted me to, well, they simply said you should be working on the internet in this environment only half days. So that is what I will be doing. That's the first part of it. And I knew this, and they said to me on Monday as well, because, we worked in the morning and it went all well. And then in the afternoon, when I came back after lunch, we simply couldn't do our work. And that was because of this, due to this. And also because of what I am to tell you. So that was the first part. I will only be working half days, okay? And if you can't join, you can always find the live streams in a video format in our content library. And for a little while here on Twitch as well. So then, oh dear, I'm just gonna change the music again. Sorry. That was the first part. And then another important part of this was what my fiance said, and this is truly important. This is to be viewed as a profession. Okay? It is not a gift. I am not all-seeing, I'm not a seer. If I could see everything, I do have a strong intuition, but if I could see everything, like I said, I'm not sure how to Sorry, I'm just gonna see what my moderator says. I'm just gonna raise the volume a little, up the music a little. Is that better? He just said that I should up it. Is that better, love? But yes, so if I could see everything, how would I be able to live my life? Do you guys know how many energies there are out there? So this is a profession. I am transmitting. When I work, I transmit information. It is what I do. So I know it is not a gift. If it is a gift, then it is just as much as a gift as anything else. This is a profession. And in every profession, sometimes there are tasks that are more difficult to solve. Sometimes we need more time, and sometimes we simply can't solve them as it is. In every profession this happens. But, as I said, I had a long discussion with my guides on what is going on. You know, what happens when this happens, when I can't work, when it don't resonate. Hi, good morning. I've explained before about the key authorization method that I work with. So when I work here on the internet in this live stream format, so happy to see you, Dustin. When I work in this live stream format, my guides for some reason want me to be open, completely open for whatever energy that comes through. When I work face to face or on the phone, I am simply to be working with that energy, with you specifically. And this is why I am confident in my work in the private sessions. And it is also why this live stream environment is just a place for us to evolve this method together and to have fun and to do this together. And this is what my guides also said to me. So usually when I then work here in this digital space, well, as I said, I've explained this in a video, and I've said it before, but I get from my intuition, my gut feeling, I get a key. And I'm thinking, okay, so I've got this key here to find because what I am to do when I work, let's say I see someone in chat who wishes me to do a reading for them. My work is to find that specific energy frequency string, or that bundle of frequency strings that leads to the source being the individual, because I believe we're all connected in frequencies. So my job is to find that specific frequency. And what happens is that I get an intuition, a feeling of maybe this could be a key into finding this frequency. And so I ask my guides, let's say like in the video, a blueberry. The consultation doesn't have to be about a blueberry, but a key into finding that specific energy frequency could be blueberry. So I ask my guides, I get this feeling a key could be blueberry, is this correct? And then I get a answer back, confirmation or a decline, yes or no. And if it is confirmed, then I ask again 3 times, and then I do this in silence. And then I start pulling the energy strings, the energy frequency strings, or go down then, following them to this source of frequency, who is this individual. Because as you can imagine, everyone, we got thousands and thousands of energy frequencies, each and every one of us. And imagine now that I work when I'm to be open, how many energy frequencies and strings there are surrounding me and wanting to get my attention. So my job is to tune in on that specific frequency. And I do so via keys that are authorized by my guides. And then I get confirmation and I move down the line, the frequency string, and it feels like descending. It feels like walking down the steps into this room. And when I'm in this room, I found the source of the frequency energy. And we are in that particular frequency for that particular individual. And we can then on after work openly and simply take information that is to come. As with my guides who work as librarians, as I said before, running around up there in the Universal Library looking for information and bringing packages down. But it is a walk that I have to do in order to focus in on this frequency. So, what happened on Monday? There were two separate occasions with two separate individuals. I'm just gonna say the music, guys. It's so beautiful. I hope you can hear it. So the first that happened was I was simply not allowed in because of their own reasons. Probably in that particular situation, the information was not to be shared in a live stream environment. And my guides told me this, that I would not be working with this person, but I still pushed. Even how many times that I've told you I do not want to push, I do not want to stress, I am a human and I want to do my work. So I pushed and I threw keys around and I got no authorization, no confirmation, because there were none. But I really wanted to be able to meet this individual. I wanted to be able to be there. But lesson learned, it is better to say no than not to. So that is what happened with that particular instance. But then, the next one after that, when we had this individual who was skeptic. Now, skepticism is really important. I talked about this before. We are as open as we are to be in our life. What is important for us? So this person tried to prove me wrong. So what happened was, I looked for authorization. I threw out keys, and now this is also part of it. Sometimes, and I do not know why, but there's always a reason for it. Sometimes, instead of getting the authorization from my guides want me to work, and I think this is beautiful. They want me to work with you. So they want you to hand me the authorization code, meaning I get my key and I ask you, does this resonate? You give me the confirmation or decline. So instead of working with my guides, then giving the authorization, you do. For some reason, this is how they sometimes want us to work, probably because of the situation that maybe you are in, or I am in, or the situation between us. It is always a reason for it. Sometimes you don't mean well with some folks. How do you mean I don't mean well? But yes. Oh, mesh well, yeah. Exactly. So, what happened? Thank you. Tukana, it is lovely having you here today, again. So, oh, there was this blue fabric again. I just love it. It gives me such warmth, truly. So what happened here was they wanted me to, well, I shouldn't have been working at all. And sometimes they do want me to work in this way, that we work together. And I think that is beautiful. So what happened was I threw keys out, and I rewatched the video. You can tell my frustration. I knew this wasn't gonna work. And I'm so sorry that I kept pushing myself. Lesson to be learned. So because they wanted to disprove the method and I threw keys out, they authorized keys that were not theirs. So I did find an energy, and I went down the energy strings, and my keys got authorized, falsely authorized for that person. And my guides told me, no, this is not working. This is not this individual. And this has happened before. Sometimes I'm not too sure because I'm human. We all got these beliefs in ourselves. And then they have authorized the keys, and then I've still managed to find my way. In this case, the keys got authorized. So I continue, and I continue down the path of this energy frequency that I had until I reached the room with this bundle of energy, the source of the energy. Although that energy, it was beautiful, but it was not the energy from the individual that had asked me for the reading, and therefore it got disproven. Would this happen if we worked face to face or just you and me in a private session? I can't promise anything, but probably no. I posted a long text about this yesterday on my Facebook wall and in our forum. And if this challenge of working as open as I do here in this live stream environment has taught me anything already, is that when I go back to sit at the table with simply one energy to work with, boy oh boy, does it work. And I feel so confident in myself. And that has really been, it's really evolved via feeling this open, this universe of energies and trying to find the specific energy strings, energy frequency strings, to just be sat there in front of one person. So it would probably not happen, no. We had, out of 90, almost 100 consultations face to face, we have had one complaint. And this has also been during, evolving our method. We are new, guys. We are still evolving. And I think it is so, so beautiful. So does the method work? Yes. And that's why I am still here. That's why we keep on going. Because what we can do and what we have seen done with this method before, it is simply too beautiful and too real and too important to end. So it still seemed like they wanted it to be done after lunch. They did, and they told me, but I wanna be a rebel. You know the feeling. I wanted to rebel. No, I want to work, It's like you're training with weighted clothing, so when you go back to your regular practice, you're supercharged. Yeah, definitely. And I love this, guys, don't get me wrong. But it is something that we do together. And my guides sometimes want me to work this way. They want you to authorize my keys. And that is beautiful. But then it will have to be the right authorization. And unfortunately, for some people, they will try to disprove. And if they do, also, that's the reason. Maybe it is important for them to see it not to be true, but it hurts. I said, and I'm sorry for the language, but I said to my fiancé, this feels like putting a pitchfork up my own ass. It hurts so much trying to prove by disproving, and to try to force when I should simply have not worked. But it made for a lesson. And I am grateful for it. And what we realized when we then went into discussion and be able to see this truly how we actually work, it was a beautiful opportunity. it gave. But yeah, truly, it is so true with the training with weighted clothing. Yeah. And it is also in a literal sense because they want me to be so open. It is so much energy, so many different strings around. So it's super cool. And I think it is beautiful also. And I will put my trust. I've said this before, but yes, okay. I learned my lesson this time. I'm probably gonna have to learn some more, but I learned my lesson this time, and I am not gonna rebel in that way. If they told me not to work, or if they tell me you need to work together with this individual, I will not try to push it. Oh, I've been taught a lesson. A novel expression. You mean the pitchfork? Because that's what I thought of. Maybe that's not what you thought of, but that's what I thought of. It really felt like having like putting that there yourself. Mm. Yeah. How is the music now, guys? I always have this trouble with the music. We'll sort it out. Sometimes, because all I can see is this bar, so we could put it. Yeah. Oh, Bempus is on the case. I was just about to accept that in chat. But yeah, no, you know what I mean also. Is it okay if I use your name, Tukana, or was it for me you wanted me to know it? Or is it okay if I use it to you? But yeah, but that's really how it felt, because it is so important for me. My work is so important, and to be able to help people. Reason why I thought, okay, I'm ready to just take all of this out of my head. I said, I was really down, guys. And I just said, I want to put, all this. No, this music is really low for me. I said, all this, I'm a telepath and part of a telepathic system. And all of these, I just thought, please get out of my head. I can't do this no more. Because even if I help 5 people and hurt 1, I was in this, I was in this notion, I was in this feeling of I still hurt 1. And that's too many. That's 1 too many. But then I've come to realize, no, okay, I need to be a little bit, sorry, we're still talking about the music, my fiance and I. We'll work it out. But I still have to be, a little bit tough. But okay, if this is not for you, then it's not for you. It's as simple as that. Imagination. I find the notion surrounding keys interesting, in my own case powerful. Looking into myself, I notice keys of different colors and sizes, and certain events appear to have a heap of them. Yes, and I just realized something really funny. Because of being traumatized as a child, I had the privilege of seeing this psychiatrist, and she always spoke of those keys. She always said, let me give you some keys. And I just realized now, that's funny that it comes back, because I was so annoyed with them keys, because I couldn't really put my finger on what it was that she meant. So it's funny that it came back to this now. But it truly feels like that. I'm asking for authorization for a key. And I think it comes from my fiance and I have had great length of discussions surrounding how we can look at, how we can view this work as similar to how computers work, and how we need we need to be, authorized to get into certain files in a computer, just as I am to be. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the community. Just as I am to be authorized to get into your files or the information. Not saying, again, I'm not all seeing. it is simply a profession where I transmit information. And I love what I do, but I am not God's given, you know? Well, we all are. Well, thank you so much. I'm calm. Today I'm a little bit hyped, actually. I've just come to new conclusions in this, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, Archie Panda. So yeah, we actually had, because some people has decided to join us just to listen to my voice when I truly am calm. And so my fiance and I said that, well, if we can't be working, you know, if now we're gonna continue our method, but if we can't be working with a method, maybe I should just read books. That would be something lovely as well. The core content, yes. So, I was just gonna ask that. Yes, you can see here. I am an intuitive counselor, so I work with telepathy, with intuition, and with astral communication. And we have developed, or are still evolving and developing, a method. So usually I work face to face, and a couple of weeks back, now going a month, I was asked, or I was challenged by my guides to work in a open digital space in this live stream environment. It is completely new, and we are evolving this together. And on Monday, sometimes we're all taught a lesson. And so yeah, we're evolving this together. So you can find, if you watch down below, you can find, we have our content library there, so you can find all our past streams and videos and all of the international parts of our company. And the international part is this digitalized part. So we're just discussing how we work together here in a live stream environment. But then it's also very important to me to say that if you would like a private session and a consultation, I am back to my normal grounds, meaning I am confident in my work. Because I had on Monday someone who said that I wish that no one pays me for this. And I am in the belief that no, if you feel it doesn't resonate, if you feel you have got nothing out of it, you shouldn't pay for it. I don't want to charge anyway, because I want to give love, and love shouldn't put a price on it. But no, don't worry, we're not asking you to pay for something that is not working. So here in the live stream environment, all this free, and we're evolving this together. We're having fun together. And if you would like, instead a private session, in the comfort of what I usually work with, then you can find all the information down below. So yeah, Fairline, hi, welcome. Sometimes you expect a key, but surprise, surprise, you get a lock. Indeed, yeah. And that's what happened with this particular individual on Monday, the first one, who asked me to, even before lunch, they asked to have a reading, and I just saw the name in chat, and my guides told me, no, this won't work. But I just pushed myself, unfortunately. And yeah, what I found was a lock. Yeah. So how do you feel, guys? Would you like to have some discussion with me? Would you like me to see? I don't know what my guides will be up to now after everything that happened. But we can see if we can work. Try all the keys on the keyring. Yeah, but sometimes we try too much, And sometimes I spoke about cold reading. I spoke about cold reading before. It's a fearless day, or a fele day. Sorry, this music is too in it for me right now, beneath the moonlight. Oh, this sounds beautiful. Is it not okay when you try too much? Well, you can never try too much because there's always a reason for how much you try. It's always a reason for what you do. But sometimes it is better to say no than to not say no, because there's a reason for that too. And like I said, I spoke about cold readings before, where mediums throw keys out there, and very general, often having to do with eye color or names are big ones. But usually, when I work like this, especially, I usually am not told the name of the client or their gender, because for some reason my guides want me to work in a different way, to be free of that, so to say, so to speak, because all I do is transmit information, like I said. Then I might have a strong intuition about whether it's a male or female I'm talking to, or how they perceive themselves to be. But what my guides gives me is often has often not to do with any of that. But I do know there's a problem with medium who push themselves because we want to be, well, of course we want to be proud of what we do, and even no matter what our intentions are, we want to be proud of what we do. We all do, and it is a profession. Remember this, guys. It's how I see it. It is a profession, and it's always tough being up in the profession and say, this task I can't do right now. It's tough no matter what we work with. And we have to understand this is also a job. So when mediums work cold, so from facial expression, from body language of the client, guessing, and then steering it so that it suits the body reaction, the facial expression, that is to be working cold reading. And when that happens, we can often shift. It can vary a lot what we say, just to find, we guess in general and try to find our way. This I'm so afraid of doing. But it is what is actually happening when I'm throwing keys out there, because I want to push and push and push and work. And that has taught me a lesson. Because when I know we are connected, when I can feel this, it is on a completely different level. I don't need to throw keys out there then. When I found this frequency string down to the frequency energy source, doesn't matter what happens, I know where we are. And all we are is, no matter what we consider ourselves to be, we are human. So, can you push yourself too much in this line of profession, in this field? I believe we can, and I believe many do. And I've fallen into the trap myself. I've said so many times about mediums, oh, you shouldn't be working today. When I see them on telly or meet them, or if they're on an event or so, you can see their energy is drained. They shouldn't be working that day. And still I fall into the trap myself. And who doesn't? Like I said, it is a profession. Who of us don't go to work and feel, oh, hopefully I will find the energy once I get there. Or I have a task that really needs to be completed. And, well, my work depends on it. I need to work. And this is a profession. So it works in the same way. And the beauty behind it is that we're all just human. And like I said, no matter what we consider ourselves to be, what we see ourselves to be, we are so similar and also so different. And I said it so many times, but when we can see that we are actually experiencing so similar things, but in different forms. We'll be able to understand each other better, and we will have a more peaceful world, I believe, because we truly are so similar. And behind every rude remark, there's a person. So about these skeptics who try to disprove the theory, let them do it. It's important for them. And imagine, because I've heard that my guides told me that they will be back. They will be back. The people I feel like I've hurt when I can't work, they will be back. And there's a reason that what happened has happened. And I think that is really important. And also, so when we work like this, my guides are very clear on this point with me. When we work like this, if because of all the energies around and because we are to be sharing an experience, this is free. We do this together. And if we need to work together, I need to get the authorization from you. If you feel comfortable with it, let's do it. You know? It's not a way of showing to disprove my work or my gifts. That is not more than a gift than anything else. My ability to do my profession, my ability to perform my given task. Sometimes we need to find different routes around it because we work in different ways. And because we are to be taught. We taught something. I just look at chat now. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we do. That is very true. I think when you have a sense of strong and powerful connection with someone, that link will never die, although you do not talk with her or him. Definitely. This is so... RJ Panda, I can tell you I'm a telepath, so I am also part of a telepathic community. And this is so beautiful. But what it has taught me is that I believe us to be connected via frequencies. So like radio waves. It makes sense in a way. There are so many people out there right now trying to, because telepathy is now a pseudoscience, there are so many people trying to make it go back into being an actual science. Sorry, I'm working with the music. Into being an actual science, because it has been before. And what they do is that they're trying to find the connection in blood cells and seeing that DNA is close to their frequency. So people who are related and who are closely related should be more bonded than others is what I interpreted the studies as. What I am to say to this, because of what I have experienced, it has to do with radio waves. I had never met my telepathic communication, or the person that I'm bonded with, so to speak. It has simply to do with frequencies. Blood, yes, sure, but frequencies. It's what I believe, and for me it makes sense. And each and one of us have got so many thousands of different energy strings, energy frequency strings. And we are all connected in one source, is what I believe. And we are connected in different ways. And it is a map, you know? And so surely it will always be a unique experience. And some connections are harder to do than others because there are some blockages or what it could be. There's always a reason behind it. Are you listening to a tango song? Yeah, I know. I didn't want to. You guys, actually. Oh, yes. I am told there is someone in chat now. We are looking for someone who could provide us with music, suitable music, meditation music, calm music that you think would suit the stream. because we just been copy striked actually on our last stream. It was during the lunch break, so that was a good thing. We take our songs from the YouTube library of songs that are supposedly stream available. So they are to be absolute copyright, non-copyrighted, so to say, copyright free. But we do have problems with them. Yes, they are very different in how if they are loud or not, so to speak. In the volume of the song, they're very different in genre. They're very different in everything. And also, we got copyright strike on copyright-free music. So, if there's anyone out there, because I'm told there might be, who believe in us and wants to give something back and feel like they could provide us with some music. There's so many beautiful questions in chat now. But yes, so if you know someone, I'm thinking especially about you, Fairlight. I'm just gonna read now because I thought it was some beautiful, beautiful expressions and thoughts in chat. So the type of frequencies and energy that we used to have with this person was stronger in a high level, because this person never did the kind of thing that she did for me. Okay, so I think when you have a sense of strong and powerful connection with someone, that link will never die, although you do not talk with him or her. So the type of frequencies and energy that we used to have with this person was stronger in a high level, because this person never did the kind of things that you did. Yeah. I talk in past time because I do not talk with this person. RG Panda, would you like me to see if there's any information regarding this for you? And why you get back to me on that, Willie Money? I wonder if there is something we can do on this side to enhance our abilities to communicate to our loved ones when we pass. That is a beautiful question. I think it has to do with acceptance. But I also think that I must say I do believe that it has to do with connection to connection, because I have met energies. I met energies who talks to me or who communicates to me who wouldn't communicate to everyone. And I met energies who won't connect to me because they won't connect to everyone. So I think the connection is because I have this belief in that we are all energy. And sometimes we can talk about these dimensions. If we mention ghosts, for example, I rarely use that word. But if we mention what we experience as ghosts in another dimension, for them, we could be the ghosts or we could be the energy. So I believe that because we are all from the same source of energy, I believe that we are always energy. And whether it is memories or what it could be, I believe that it will still be a communication between two individuals, no matter in what dimension we are. So if the communication work or not, it is as same as when with you and me, or with anyone that is interacting with someone else, I believe. So when we talk about cleaning, to clear houses, that some mediums do. Now, these are only my thoughts and my beliefs, and everyone is, we're entitled to our own beliefs, and I think every truth is a truth, and it's beautiful because we believe in it. But how I see it, how I perceive it, is I do not clear houses in that way that I lead I lead spirits to the light, as we can say. And I've met at least one other medium who looks at this the same way as I do, and we said, lead them to the light. What light? And lead them to where they are. When I talk about clearing energy, if we come to a house that is, for to say, haunted, first of all, I don't believe there's any non-haunted houses because there's energy everywhere. So what I think it is happening is a misunderstanding between the individuals, the energies of the person living there, of the person asking for assistance to clear the house, and of the person who is in energy form in the house, or if it's several. It's an interaction just as it is between you and me. So when to clear a house, for me, has to do with simply working the difficulties together to find a union and a conclusion that works for all parties. Just like when we are discussing people who won't get along. People meaning on the same plane. Whether we are on the astral plane, or on the physical plane, or in any dimension, I still believe that a communication is always a connection between one, two, or several individuals or energy forms, if you will. So when I clear houses, all I want to do is to see how they can accept each other, how they can live with one another, because energies are everywhere. I'm not going to lead them away from there. There's a reason they are there. And maybe they don't have to interact with one another if they can't find a common ground. And then we work on finding that common ground that might be not being together, so to say. But they can still be there, but maybe not interact or disturb each other, or what it could be. A normal interaction is how I see it. And this sounds like Christmas music, guys. So that's what I believe. What do you guys think? It's how I choose to see it anyway. So, can we do something to enhance our abilities to connect to the loved ones once we passed? Well, first off, I am in this world, I'm in this reality, in this dimension of not having passed, so I can't know for sure. But as what I've experienced and what information is given, what my guides are saying, if I ask the question to them, is to be open and to love them. And it has to do with each, and it doesn't just have to do with you. It has to do with them and you and the situation between you. So can we connect to someone who we were arguing with when we passed? Of course we can. Just in the same way we can reach out to someone who we haven't argued with, who's still alive. How will they react? Well, that's up to the individual, right? And the individual situation. That's what I believe anyway. So I don't make a difference in if we are. Well, I do make a difference in that I explain it on which plane we are. But I would never know how it works. We can never quite know how it works. And so we will just have to do with what we got. And this is what I found. I make no difference in if someone has passed or if someone is alive. I make no difference in if someone is sentient or not, because I believe us all to be of the same energy. Then I will behave differently. Of course I will, because of what society taught me and because of the logic part and the socialized part of me. Because I'm human and I'm part of the society. But in my heart, do I make a difference in how I perceive us? No. that is how I live. So, about this, when information comes through, will it always be true? If I connect to someone's loved ones who's passed, will they always tell the truth? They will tell their truth, but their truth could be still as lying, or what it could be, because it is just a normal interaction. I don't know how we can know the answer true. Yeah, definitely. I am not all-knowing, and I've said it so many times. I had a tutor who worked with, and I spoke about this person before, a very brief period of time, and she was teaching mediumship with working with angels specifically, and she believed that it is so important that we work with angels and higher consciousness than what we can find in the astral plane, because the astral plane, meaning people who have incarnated and then passed, still have their ego. They have the ego still, is what she said. And therefore it is important to communicate with the higher dimension of knowing, because there's no ego there and they will only bring the truth. And I can understand the reasoning behind this. But what I miss in that is to see not just what information is given, but how it is received. Because if we are only connected to the higher dimensions, to the all-knowing beings or energy or what it can be, then how will we ever connect that to someone who's here, who's experiencing this rather than that? We need to work the two together, and in that, everything that is between. And this is what I try to do in working with my clients. In my ordinary consultations, this is what I do. I look for information regarding how you are. I see you. I see your body. I go into your body if I'm allowed to see your mind. And then I communicate to the astral plane and also telepathically to the physical plane of if there is someone who wishes to send a message who's still alive. And then telepathically also of you, your thoughts and your considerations and your feelings, and then up to the universal library and the all-knowing, or the wise, or how you say. And then we connect them all together, because what we have in front of us is a human being who is alive here. My fiancé once said, when I explained this to him about my tutoring, or what we were taught, he said that yes, but if that language, if that world up there, if there is so much information that we can't reach, that we don't know of, how, and if they have never been incarnated on earth, how can we who live in this world understand that language? And so I guess we want to work as a communication transference between all of them. All of this that is to be given as information sources when I do my consultations is what I believe in. I will look at chat now. But I wish I could hear the other side like you do. That seems wonderful. I'm good at manifesting. That is my strength, but mostly a curse, because sometimes unintentional things can happen. Well, Mani, I believe we can all do this. I believe we are all connected, and therefore we can all connect. What we do, what we have to do to open up and to be able to, in your words, to hear the other side, is always an individual path. And if you like, I can book you in, or we can do it now. I can see if there's any information, but I do feel like if you like, I can book you in for a consultation and we can see how, well, what the information is as of now, how to go on evolving, opening up, like the rose. If you would like. But I can also see now if there is any information for you, if you feel comfortable with it. But I do feel that yes, if you want to start this journey or continue the journey that you're already on, if you want to open up, we can see what it is what is to be found on your path. If you would like, I would love to be here for you. It says here that a full consultation is €75. That is for a full consultation, yes. But if you would like a shorter private session between just you and me, you can donate a amount of your preference, so €1 and up. And I will get back to you with a query whether you would like a consultation or not. And then we can do this, you and me, if you feel like it. Or you can hang out here in this community and simply we can take it step by step here in chat, if that feels more comfortable for you. So, Sarcosmic, what is a seance? A seance is, well, in this case, what I do is that I connect and I work with energies that come through. Every energy, depending, no matter where they come from, so to say. It could be your energy interacting with us in chat. It could be an energy from someone who is watching, who's not interacting in chat directly. It could be someone who's watching this as in a video format. Times, in the future, so to say. I work with an energy that comes through, but also what is important is that this is a part of our company that we are evolving together with you guys. So we are experiencing this together and we are evolving it and we are querying it and just having fun, really. The consultation part though, that I do originally, or that I do that is my normal way of working, so to speak, is in a different way. That is, it is a grounded, can I say that? A grounded method that works, and that we are, obviously we're evolving it, but it is consistent, so to speak. Well, thank you, Vilmani. Consider and follow your heart. And I know that you got big things coming up for you. Other things, I get studies. I know there is a lot that happens right now. There's a specific event that is, taking your, it feels like taking your focus, so to speak. So I understand that this is something that you would like to wait with and do so, if that is okay, if that feels right for you. Or just hang here for a while. I'm not too sure how consistent these streams will be, but I will follow my guides and I will work only half days, like as I've said. And I do like this format though, and I love this community, so it will be streaming happening, definitely. So you can always be here. Tukane, Dustin, sometimes I get the impression I missed my opportunity for abundance, or that I squandered it. The universe hasn't given me a definitive answer. It's the same old, well, what do you think? Gosh darn capitalist universe. Well, that is down to you guys, as you know. And I've talked to you about this before. They are trying to show you. And I know that they come to you in a very specific way. And you don't really understand what they have to. I'm not saying you understand. I'm not saying that you understand. That you don't understand why they are there, because I know you got a lovely relationship with your guides, to your guides and with your guides. But like I said yesterday, and what is coming through that is very important, let the child receive the message and let the adults take it on. So I know this is a waiting period for you, and it's gonna be, if you see it like that, if you perceive it as a waiting period. Or no, I don't see it as a waiting period. It's more like stuff should have happened before and has not happened, and now there's other things. But only thing that I can tell you today, Tukana, truly, is once again what is coming through is that let the child in you receive the message. They're holding it behind their backs. Let the child take part of it, and let the adult wear it. And miss your opportunity? No. You're just walking the path. And I think it's beautiful. And I'm so privileged having you be here while walking your path. Me being part of it. I love it. What is your advanced stability setup on Bipolit? Because of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands. Sorry, I'm just gonna read this. Jake, yeah, I do enjoy reading it though. Oh, hi, that freak, by the way. Welcome back, and thank you for joining our forum and our Facebook. Jake. Okay, I'm told not to. Would you like me to see if there's any information for you? Because there's always a person behind an expression. Hi, Blondie. Oh, I just lighted up and I saw your name. Hi. Because I like this that you're saying, Jake. Because it's important to disconnect the political bands. I know you guys are saying it's a troll, but you know, many people in our community started out as trolls. Hi, Secret, VG Secret. Hello, things have been pretty dark for me lately. I'm sorry to hear that. Would you like me to see if there is any information for you today, Secret? I'll see. I'll see. So I would like to talk to a sorry, I'm just gonna. The way we do this, and I've just been told by my guides to work in a different way. I will see. They asked me now to to have you authorize my key, as to say. So if I want to talk to you about a woman, a rather thin woman, who is putting her work in front of her family, my question is if you resonate with this, being someone. I'm not to be specific, they're telling me, but I would like you, I'm giving you the key of this woman who is this thin woman who is putting her business in front of family and herself. Is this something that you would resonate with, Secrets? You think so? Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay, you don't have to be 100% sure. I just wanted to see if there was anything that I could get into with that, because I'm gonna change music and see. Okay, so we are definitely talking about. We are definitely talking about keeping up appearance and dealing with our own emotions. And I would bring this to being a similar situation with, I want to say your mom. It doesn't have to be, but it truly feels as, because what they are telling me, and if it doesn't resonate, then it might resonate in another way. But what I am simply transmitting the information, and what they are talking about is business or life, so to speak. And with business, they are not talking about a specific business in per se, but they are talking about continuing the way of forward, when you have been drained of energy. And they go back to the mother. They are talking about the mother figure here. A mother and a sister, perhaps, which definitely could be the mother's sister, but I do feel like a mother figure. I do feel like going back in time, and I do feel like talking about this very thin and in heart stressed. I don't know, X might be that. Perhaps I looked up to her like a mother. That could definitely be, because I do see this very thin female doing, trying to. There's so much going on that she's not showing, and the thing that we talk about is not to show emotion, right? But because you see so much, you see things in yourself, you see things in others, that others say that they believe that you can't tell, right? Because you are intuitive in a way that you know yourself, and in that experience you gotten to learn to see patterns in other people, if this is something that you resonate with, because it is what is coming through. So the situation, they are saying, they do not wish to take up in this live stream environment, because it is a very emotional driven experience that they wish me not to talk about in this environment. But what they are talking about is to find the tools in which to go through this. Okay? And the tools in which to go through this, because you are an empath, in that it's not like you work as a what's it called in English? I'm usually called when you when you suck things into you, when you can't take others' emotions and they go into you. Don't have that in that way, because it's been too much. But you do see others' emotions. You see things, patterns that you believe others believe themselves not to show. And because of this, What the information is here is that you can use that way of perceiving the world as to perceive this situation, this unfair situation that you've been put in. Okay? You can use this ability that you've got to see what's, because that sometimes annoys you. You can tell that that person they don't mean that. They really feel this way, and in that way you are in an empath, and you know this about yourself, and you can use this ability to perceive the situation. It is a really, I want to curse, situation that you've been put in, and it feels to have been sudden, but you have been kind of prepared for it in your heart, if you know what I mean. But it is sudden. But I'm not going to go into details. They asked me on stream. But I want to give you the tools, like I said. So what we can do is that we can, when we are ready, we can look at this situation and all these, because you like to pull the strings together and to come to the conclusion, like a little bit like a detective work. We could work with that. And trying to see what led to what. Not because, and only when you're ready, it's not we're gonna go into it, and stick our head in it and just have it hurt us even more. But when we are ready, we are going to, because of your ability, we're gonna pull the strings together. So what you need to do, the information that is given, I can never give any advice, but I give feelings, okay? And the feeling in this and the information that comes is that we need to take, we need to take a step back because we could be in so much in it for ourselves. You like to feel, you like to know what is going on. And therefore, of course, you put yourself in it because this was not due to you. This was something that was put in front of you, in you, and in your life. A situation that is unfair. And you are in it, accepting that it's happening. And what we need to do is take a step back and use a detective brain in a way to pull the strings together so that it makes sense that it is a puzzle rather than we can look at it. I know it sounds, because of what has happened, this might sound real bad and real tough and a very cold way of doing it. But what we can do is to see it as a puzzle and try to work the things together, because when we see it in front of us, in this cold way, as you might experience it to be, what we're actually doing is that we're putting the pieces back together in our heart. And the most beautiful thing we can do for the people involved in this and what is going on and the energy surrounding it and ourselves is to stay strong. To be weak is to be strong, but then we have to see ourselves, accept ourselves being weak. So if we put our detective brain to work and we lay the pieces out in front of us, and we do this motion in where we collect the pieces back together as to a picture, we have unconsciously, or for you consciously, also done it in our hearts. And sometimes when we feel things are too much for us to handle, we all experience this. And you do not have to feel because of how you perceive the world. It does not give you a greater, obligation to do more than others. But we usually feel we do because of being empaths. So I hope I will send you all the love, truly. And if you would like to go through this tough situation with me in a private session, I would love to. But as you feel, as I know, that it might be time for you to be with yourself, because you have before been, what the information is given, you have been before, you seeked help so many times in different ways, and now you feel you need to do this by yourself. Also afraid of doing this because you should never do it by yourself, and you're not alone in this, but in your heart, in your soul, you need to take that time to meet yourself. So as the empath you are, empathize yourself. Go into your heart and then go into your head and put the pieces out on the table. And do this in a cold way that might seem cold for you, to warm your heart. And when the heart has been put back together, you can then lend a hand to others. And you can then give in a way that you're more comfortable with. I hope that this has given you something, and all I want to send you is love, truly. But I do hope that you can resonate, and with whatever you resonate with, that it can help you, that it can be there for you in this time. And let yourself be alone even when you're in a room crowded, full of people. Let yourself be in yourself, and let's be cold for a moment in order to survive, in order to pull our pieces back together, so that we then once again can get into what we always wished, to be able to reach more people, to be able to be there for the closest. And that, they say, is all I should give at the moment. All the love, truly. I'm just gonna have a cup of coffee, guys. Sip of coffee, sorry. You know me and my coffee. So thank you so much for having me channel that message for you, to you. So, Blondie, is there anything for me today? Oh, Blondie, you're so curious. What they are saying today is that get back on track. And it is with love. Blondie, you know where you're going. You know where you're headed. Come on. Get back on track, have some fun, and don't question it all. Just have fun. And like we said before, those emotions surrounding family and what has happened and what has been going on, we take that when it's time for it. Okay? But as of now, get back on track. Come on. You can do it. Truly. And what you've gone through, all these things that you've experienced in your surrounding and in yourself, and what you've done to yourself, and what you have realized about yourself, all those things that are still working, you know, all these works in cogs going around in your head, Blondie, you know, you're on track. We talked about this before. Get back there on track. Stop asking too many questions. And when the time comes, we will take care of the emotion. But we need it to rest. We need to have fun now and get back into that science train. We need to get back having fun. We know what we're on. Okay? I understand that, Blondie. But you've got such an opportunity. You know what we talked about before? You've got such an opportunity here. And not to place it on your shoulders as weights. See it as freeing. Focus your attention on this now, the studies, what you're doing. Focus on the attention on that. And when we feel proud of ourselves, like we feel accomplished, we'll be able to take care of the emotions and the unfairness, the things we feel from before, and all of it, because we're going back and forth trying to see how we are to view what happened and what is to be right to view it. But there's so much motion going on, like I saw that freak I talked about yesterday. There's so much going on. There's so much things running around in your heads for you, Blondie. I know this, but all this emotion will take care of it. But try to have fun. Take the weight off your shoulders. Try to have fun. And try to see it as what it is. You're learning something new. You're evolving something that your heart is beating for. Do that for yourself. In those boots, that's what I said to you, right? Let's do it. And then we will have I get this boat vacation. Or maybe you just come back. I get this cruise anyway. But it is, you got adventures coming in. Follow, go back on track. And when they say that, it is with pure love, because we know it's tough. But what you've been through and what you're going through now, we got your back. It is purely with love, Blondie. Okay? Does that feel okay? Mm. The coffee is... Oh, what did I pick? It's chocolate, milk, and coffee. I think this is. I need my sugar in the morning. Yes. Oh, good, Blondie. Thank you. It is purely with love. I believe in you. And I know you believe in yourself. Deep down. You see in yourself what you've been through, what you've come through, what you've gone through with you yourself. I'm so proud of you. You have the right to be proud of yourself. And let's do this. Let's have this journey. And I'm always here. I'm very proud of you. That freak. I'm sorry. With you, that freak, I knew I spoke about your head and thank you, Blondie. I know we spoke about your head and your lungs or your chest being in separate part for the rest of your body. It is very... I just wanted to say that I see you, that freak. I see the struggles that you through. I'm sorry you have to watch me drink coffee. No, I just want to send you love. Truly. Wow. I am such a privileged woman. After Monday, I was so ready to give everything up. The company, everything that I worked so hard for. And now here I am on Wednesday, and we have this lovely, warm and beautiful community. Oh, once again, I feel like crying, but it's tears of joy this time. I'm so happy. Sorry, that freak, for having coffee. I'm so privileged. How could I ever think of giving this up, guys? Come on. We only been here for 2 weeks, and we already got this wondrous community. Yeah, I know. I won't give up. I won't give up. You know, we say, oh, it's so easy to say, but harder to do. Yeah, but I mean this. Oh, imagine what we can do out there in the world. I am so grateful. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. And I said this, I posted a long text, a post in our forum. Do join our forum, guys. It is a very simple one, but it is a way for us to interact even when we're not live. You'll find the link down below. But I posted it in our forum and I posted it on Facebook that if I have anything, yeah, or I just remembered, I did say this stream. It was so amazing during the lunch break on Monday that I got back to working, you know, face to face with someone. It wasn't a consultation, but you know how we are. You know, we always want to give a little, and I really just wanted to make the day for this individual who deserved it. And I had some information that could really help them. Or not help them, but be there for them, so to speak. And it was so easy. It was so easy to connect when I had them in front of me. And it was, so if it has taught me anything, like we said before, like swimming with wet clothes and then in swimwear. Ah. Hi! Oh, thank you, Blondie. I like coming here too. Can you hear the music at all, guys? Because it looks like it's really not loud at all. I'm gonna have to work this out. Now it ended. Would I date someone younger? Love isn't about age. That sounds cliche, right? But it isn't about age. Me personally, no, but that's because I am content, sorry, and I am so happy in the relationship that I am in. But to date someone younger, if we would both feel it is the right thing to do in our hearts, if we like each other, and if it is consensual, and it wouldn't hurt us or anyone else, as we know in the situation. Every individual is unique, and truly, as long as it's not inappropriate in that it could hurt the individual, of course I could. Yeah, as long as it's legal. Yeah, that's the same. That's a fault. Can I hear gently in the background? Oh, that's nice. I like coming here, yet I feel I have less and less to express. It brings a kind of stillness. Isn't that really nice? Isn't that feeling amazing? It's like when I realized, because I've had my issues even with my ordinary consultations, because it is a profession and because it is a method that is evolving, as you know. Now I feel consistent in it, but it has been a struggle. Of course it has. A very gentle struggle, I must say. Like I said, 90 consultations and one person who hasn't been happy with it. Amazing statistics. But yes, even in my ordinary consultations, I have been working hard trying to figure this out. And I said this before, I had this feeling sometimes that some people I had a real difficult time finding my way into, you know, to connect to them. And I felt I did nothing when they, during their consultations. And they were still so happy. And then I realized, yeah, of course, it's because some people don't want me to talk. They don't need to listen. Some people have to listen, likes to listen, has to hear it from another point of view. Some people just want to talk themselves. And when I realized that, so beauty. You know, I put so much pressure on myself, but when I realized all I really have to do is be here, be myself, and do my work. And sometimes that work is to be quiet. And the stillness. I just started to think about that. Imagine when because you had so much to say in the beginning and then it's tuning down. It's an amazing feeling just to be able to be you. not being not having to put something out there. I know you do because you think it's, I mean, it's important for you, and I'm not saying that you feel like you have to, because I don't get that feeling at all about you. But either way, it is a beautiful experience, I think. Oh, what is going on? Am I married? No, but I am engaged. So hopefully soon. We'll see. Oh, you're trying to post links. Ah. What is it about? Can you tell us? Tukana? I guess I could probably put it up on stream, but I'm so new at this. I don't know how to do it. I would like to know what it's about though, and then I will watch it after stream. Oh, imagine also beautiful words and pictures in our forum. Thank you so much for your support. Truly. It's about never giving up. I just heard a song, you know, that I'm not gonna sing it for copyright strikes, but you know, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. I've been thinking, when we evolve this community, we could do so much more than just, I love these seances and these readings, and they're always gonna be the core, but I'm thinking of, you know, just enjoying the community in different ways. I could do reading, like I said before, reading books. I have written a lot, so I could actually read my own texts as well, if you guys would like that. And then we could do Twitch things and all this fun stuff. I just truly enjoy being here in this community. And guys, it works! I finally get to work again with my guides. I love it. I'm so happy. I promise I will listen to them. Sharing creative paths is also appreciated. Yeah. Well, I got loads and loads of stories and poems and lyrics and all of it. I haven't been writing for a long while though, so they are at least a couple of years old, but they are there. And I would love to share it with you if you would like me to. And then, like I said, everything, what we are here to do is to have fun together, right? And sometimes when readings comes through, it is just amazing. It's just a part of it, right? Maybe we should shape this channel into simply being a way for us to enjoy one another's company, right? Let's hear them now. Well, I can look for them. The ones I posted online. I can read some of them if you like. I posted some online. I'm just gonna have to go via Facebook. I don't have them on this computer, but I've a long time ago, a couple of years back, my fiance and I did this blog. I'm gonna see if it's still there. It is. Yeah, you can find it on my Facebook page. Sorry, going back to Twitch now. On my Facebook page, you can find an archive or a link to Blogspot. That's what we used back in the day, and you can find a link there to an archive of my writing. I'll see, they're both in Swedish and English, and I'll see, when did I post last, I wonder. Let's see here, when were these posted? 2018. So actually, it was not too long ago. But yeah, there's lots of them there. The lake's still in my mind. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking in chat? Ah, Tukana. So, yeah, would you like me to read them? You can find them yourselves, like I said, but would you like me to read them? You will also find the... Yeah, Bumpus is posted, it's there. And oh yeah, and those are those in English. For your Swedes out there, there's also works in Swedish. And for everyone, really. If you want to read in Swedish instead, you can do. It's not the same works though, so they come in their original language. Either I wrote them in English or I wrote them in Swedish. And what you can see here that is quite interesting is that link, as you see, the name for our blogspot is La Live. So there you got the VHE. And this is what I talked about before. When I was writing, I used that pen name, or I used that as a pen name. So that is where the name for this part of the company comes from. Because we are now the Intuition, right? Sorry guys, I think I've got a tick crawling around on my leg. That is why I'm doing all this weird motion. Does anyone actually know how to read Swedish? I know we got some here in chat who knows Swedish. But Bumpus do, yeah. But like I said, I could also translate if you like. I could read the Swedish ones and do a quick translation, but it wouldn't be so good maybe. But yeah, would you like me to read some of them? Is that a direction we're going in today? Maybe? Swedish isn't a real language. Oh dear. Which language is real then? Because it is true that it stems from well, like energy, right? It stems from a source of languages. So some languages are really, very similar. Define real, yeah. Then I know how to read a made-up language. Yeah. Yeah. So true. Well, guys, would you like me to read some? I could read in Swedish as well if you want to hear it actually exists. Or I could read some of the English ones, or you can read for yourselves. But maybe this could be a fun way, maybe this could be a fun thing to do, just a disclaimer on this. Like most poets, not to call myself a poet, but they are quite sad, most of them. But languages are for talking, not understanding. But then, if we talk about this again that I talked about before, oh yes, I got a question in chat that was very rude. That is not to be shown, but I got a question if I could channel. I just want to talk about this because I like this. I got a rude question in chat asking if I can channel energy to someone's private parts, and what it is with telepathy and with all this that we work with, that yes, that is also possible. Not here on stream and not with anyone else than my fiance, or so to speak, but for you guys, for everyone, we are all connected. So yes, it is possible to also have a sexual interaction with someone on a telepathic level, definitely. So it was a rude question, but it is true. It is. So, just before I start reading, this, Tukana, you said these languages are for talking, not for understanding. It made me think about this, that we talked about before, my tutor talking about the higher energies and the wisdom that we can't reach up here on Earth if we not channel it, that. And then my fiance said that how would we translate the language between them who's never been down here and us who live here? And that would be a language to understand, maybe. Yeah. Hi, Odie. Well, yes. I'm sorry that censorship is that we are, but it is. It is how it is. Okay, bye. You're welcome to join us again if you feel like it. You do what you wish. So, for you who just joined, I am an intuitive counselor, but I have now been asked to read some of my work that I've done. So I, as not an intuitive counselor, but as me, as yeah. But like I said, some of them are really. I'm thinking I could read the last entry. Maybe. I did an entry to myself, the last one, in 2018. It is a short poem and it's not very good, so to speak, but it has my font on the blog. It's too small, is it? Can you enhance it somehow, you think? Maybe you can enhance it. Oh, a lot. Well, I'm sorry for that. Can you read it now? Yeah. Okay, so I can read this. I wrote this to myself because I'm a telepath. This is about who I am in the telepathic system, because sometimes it's difficult to understand truly. I had this feeling for a while that because I was so much in the other person's space, in the other person's part of the mind, of the system, and because they are older than me, I started to feel a little bit like, what is the reason for me, for my life? If they are already here and been here longer than me, what is the reason for my life? And I went through a period of this, so I can read this to you guys. It is very simple, and it reads: to myself. So I keep telling myself, why don't I just stand up and leave? There are still moments to spare, if you dare believe. Say, would you laugh if I stood up and lost to my despair? With tears in your eyes, would you stare? Would you crumble with laughter if I left you here? So that is the last entry that I did. Sorry, I got a question here in chat. What's going on? If this is this someone who's looking for a real psychic, or what is happening? Bang Su Moon. What's going on? I missed something, maybe. Maybe, guys, I actually feel like reading you a short story. Would you like that? I'll see if I can find something, or if you find something in my blog that you would like me to read out loud. What do you guys think? Is offering $1 million to anyone that can prove that they're real psychic? No, I never actually heard of this. Actually, I'm sorry. Really? Okay. I don't want to go into politics now, and I don't want to offend anyone. But I can understand why no one is claiming that money, though. Because us who do this, who truly believe in this way of working, if I had some information for him, sure, I could see if there was any, I could give it to him. But to be put in that spot that you need to prove something that you live for, that you live with, that is simply a part of us, why would we do that? Or why would we claim $1 million for it? I'm not interested in money. But if he would like to see me, or if I could talk to him, just because he's looking for a reading, sure. Sure. Yeah, I understand the skepticism in it. I understand it completely. I know my method to be working though, and I don't feel like I need to prove it to anyone. And I wouldn't like to take money in that way, but of course I could talk to him, but I'm not interested in the money. And as I said, what I do, because this is a profession, what I work with is I simply transmitting what information that is given to me by my guides. And if there is no reason, because he seems, maybe he's not a skeptic, I don't know. But maybe, I don't know, we would have to see. I would have to see in the situation if there was anything for him. Then I could definitely do it. But I wouldn't contact him for that purpose. Yeah, I gotta give something else than money, like world peace. But I think that's what we're all working towards, you know? Go take his test. He's debunked every other psychic. Okay, sure. I can see if I find him after the stream. I can see what's going on. Definitely. Maybe Bumpers, maybe you could write his name down and we can see after the stream. If you're here, Bumpers. But I'm not interested in the money. But sure, no problem. No problem. Yes, you will. Good. I would love to talk to him simply to see why he is doing this, you know, if it is out of disbelief, because all I think he is trying to do is to be there for, you know, all we are seeking to do is to find truth, right? For me, every truth is a truth, but I've gone through so much. Thank you so much for following. I've gone through so many stages where I've tried to disprove myself, of course, because all I want to do is spread love, to share love. And what I want to do is to do something that truly helps people. He's a magician that can find fraud in any claim of psychic power. Oh, I'd love to talk to him. I love to talk to him. I love discussing this from all different angles, you know? I love that. And I put myself, I discussed, you know, when I do my work, God, I've discussed with myself and my fiance and so many other people, but with myself and in my telepathic systems, oof, we discussed this to be, is it truly true? And we can see why it wouldn't be, and we can see why it is. So from every perspective, I would love to talk to this person. Sure. I would love to meet him also, if that is a possibility, or at least talk to him, or do his test, if that is the way to to communicate to him, but I would love it. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what it is. I'll see if there's any money in what I donated to, sure, but I'm not interested in the money. But I would love to see what his point is. I would love to talk to him why he's doing this. I think it's amazing that he's doing it. I love it because it is so important. Because I truly believe in this, and I believe in the method that we do and that we've developed. And if we can find flaws in it, of course we should look into that. You know, maybe there's another reason for it. And I love this. I love evolving and opening my understanding of what is going on. But all we know as of now is that our method seems to have been working many times. And what we have accomplished is amazing. So beautiful. So many beautiful things. So yes, I would love to talk to him. I would love it. So we took his name and we'll see. But sure, wouldn't that be a step in the right direction, right? I just get so interested in talking to him, you know? Just to get the other side's point of view. I would love that so much. Sorry, I get all excited now. Because someone actually cares about this. I love it. And also a part of magician who can see flaws. So he is actually, I see. Yeah, I would love that. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Bangsu Moon. Thank you so much for sharing that. I will definitely check it out. Oh no, has it been terminated? Oh, it ended in 2015. But I would still love to talk to him though. Also, that makes me quite happy, you know, that there's no money in it. I would love to talk to that man. Or to anyone who, you know, who wants to have the discussion or who actually cares for, you know, diving into this and see what truly is there. Oh, I love that so much. That is part of the reason why I started this, you know, because I want to know. I don't care if what I believe in turns out to be true. What I care about, what is important for me, is to be doing something that can do something in society, that can help people, that can bring light. And to find flaws in our method, that's the best thing we can do. That's what happened on Monday. We found flaws in our method. We went back. We discussed it with I discussed it with my guides, with my sister, with my fiance, and we came back with a new understanding of what we do. I love this. It is so important. He's extremely biased, according to the article. It would be interesting to talk to him nonetheless. I agree. Yeah. Pretty much anybody should be happy to discuss something new and interesting. Be weird not to. Yeah. Welcome, by the way, the Hoover Devil. Yeah. So, guys, throw it at me. Truly, really. This is part of the reason why I love when people come in and are skeptic, or people come in and are, when they provide a new type of challenge, or it's not new type, but you know, when something happens, when there's someone who uses troll mechanism to communicate, or when someone, you know, is truly a skeptic, or when someone is concerned, just talk about this. It's so important. Of course, I'll be hurt if it turns out that I've invested so much of myself into something that can't help others, but at the same time, then it has worked in some other way for those who has resonated. But what happens, I'd love to know. I'd love to know. It's always nice to have some playful mental sparring. Yeah. I am so curious, guys. Truly, I'm so curious. I want to know, how does it work? If it works, because I still got this rational, logical part of my brain, right? I can see that some things that we do, it shouldn't be possible, but it is. So then we have to, understand, how is it possible? And this journey is so beautiful. And if it turns out that actually something else happened, okay, then we go down that path, you know? But as of how it is now, we have seen that it does work, over and over and over again. And it is so, so beautiful. Mm. Oh, Shansi, hi. Welcome. Thank you so much for being back. Shansi, when I got you here, because of the donation you did, I know you said you didn't want a reading. Do you still feel the same way about that? Because I would love to just to see. Are you interested in a private session, or do you feel fine as it is? What is that email, by the way? Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm fine, right. Good. I just wanted to ask. Because that would have been a private session, just you and me. So, yeah. Oh, guys, this is wonderful, isn't it? I'm so happy I'm back. So, do you ask questions like, do you know someone with a letter in the name or the sound, like, or do they give names or actual messages as a seance? So, well, you can ask people in chat to get their point of view. But how I give my messages, it depends on who you are, right? But names, all I do is I transmit information that is given to me. And usually in this environment, I am usually not given names, usually not given genders sometimes, but usually not those things. It has to do about how to find a new perspective in a situation that you're in, depending on who you are. So when I work like this, my guides keep me so open to any energy that comes through, any energy that comes in, okay? And when in this environment, it is whatever information that comes through, but it is usually to do with finding a new perspective in a situation. And this is also what I do because I see myself as an intuitive counselor. So in my ordinary work, I work with telepathy and with intuition and with mediumship, with astral communication, to find acknowledgement and acceptance for who you are. And usually that is by simply reading the experience that you have without you having to tell me about it. When I started out, this was the reason for it. Because sometimes you experience something that you feel is uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable with, you want to talk to someone. You come to me, you want to talk to me, but how am I to react to that problem of yours, to that experience of yours? How are you to put words so that I will understand? When I started out, it was for you not having to go through that. You can of course tell me if you like to, but most of my clients, they come to me because of not having to do that heavy duty work of telling me something that could be really difficult to get out. When they come to me, I work in a way that I already know the situation or parts of the situation, and we can take the experience for what it is and work from there. And then if you come to me and you don't have nothing to talk about, I just see what information there is. And sometimes people just want to come to talk. But it started out, and it is still a great part of the reason for a company, is for you to be able to come and talk to me without having to explain yourself. So, do I ask questions of, do you know this, someone with this name? It could happen if it is important, but mostly no. If a spirit is talking to you, why wouldn't they give their name if they're telling you other things? That is interesting. And it is something that I've been thinking about also. And sometimes they do, but sometimes it's not what is important. Probably because there's I don't know why, okay? But I could imagine it could be because often they give particular things that are more personal than a name. It sounds weird maybe, but they give these keys, like I talked about before, these personal items or memories or what it could be, that this individual, meaning, oh, I just got told by my guides why. I come back to that. That was beautiful. But okay, no, I'm gonna tell you what my guides just said. Because it goes through me, okay? Because I am human. So what they just told me a reason could be for this is because it will go through me. Even though I'm a channel, even though I'm a simple medium, right? I simply transmit. I am still human. So I will react. If they give me a name, there's a possibility that I will resonate with that name to someone that I know. They are telling me now. It would be the same with particular things, definitely it is, but a name, what is to come through is for something that is easy for me to transmit and for the receiver to understand, to resonate with. So usually they use things that are more personal for them, that might not resonate with me, but will for them. Names prove you're communicating with the proper person. Okay. Maybe it is. Maybe it does. But as I found, sometimes other things are more, is to prove it in a better way. I don't know. But it is how it works anyway. And like I said, face to face we are quite new, but face to face we had 90, almost 100 consultation, and we had one person who felt they did not resonate. So I think that's a pretty good statistic. And even though if maybe, I mean, there's still someone who didn't resonate, of course there is. This is a profession. Every task is different, and like in every profession, sometimes it takes some doing, doing a specific task. Sometimes we can't do it. It depends on the situation, and all I do is transmitting information, and this is how they want to do it. And for some reason they experience other things, memories, sense, sometimes it's simple words that are proven to be more direct and of a greater proof than a name. It seems like that's how they want to work anyway. So if my grandmother comes through, she won't tell you your name, just that she's my grandmother? It depends. It depends on... Usually they show their faces. Usually they show how they look, or how they want to be perceived as looking, so to speak. It depends. It entirely depends on who it is, who is coming through and who is to receive the message. It depends. It could be because I use with keys, and I've explained this before. Do check out the video if you want. That we put in our content library. In the start of the stream, I described this as well. I work with keys, so because we are connected, we're all connected at the same energy source, is what I believe. And you can imagine there's many, and we are connected via energy frequencies. And you can imagine each and every one of us has got thousands upon thousands of energy frequencies. And then you can imagine how many energy frequencies there are out there. So what I do when I work is to tune in like a radio, tune in on that specific energy frequency. And I do this via keys. It could be a name, but usually it is something else, something specific that the client would relate to this person. Sometimes they show what they look like, how they felt. Sometimes they simply come through and show who they are. Names definitely can come through, but oftenly not. It's not like they're greeting you. They're not saying, hello, my name is Bam Bam Bam. I am this person's grandmother. Sure, that could happen, but it is usually not how it works. And why? I couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is that it does seem to work. So I work with these keys, trying to find the right energy frequency. And I ask my guides, or as of here, sometimes I ask you in chat, who is getting the reading, for authorization of the key to confirm or decline. And if you confirm, I start pulling the energy strings. I start walking down and coming closer and closer to the energy source. And when we're there, we can discuss anything. That is given information. But imagine how many strings of energy frequencies there are out there. And my job is to zoom in and focus on that specific one. And this is how they do it. Maybe it could be because for me, I resonate better with pictures than with names. And the astral plane usually use what is easiest for us as a medium to pick up on. So that could also be a reason. But this is how it works. I'm gonna read chat now. Why wouldn't one of your first questions be, what's your name? Oh, I don't ask questions, love. Usually I do not ask questions. I simply transfer messages. And yeah. They can tell you specific details of your clients, but they can't tell you the name. Can you tell me anything about myself? Oh, I can see if there is anything for you. I'm just gonna check the time. Yeah, okay. So I can see if there's any information for you today, Bang Simone. Definitely, I can see. But if there is not, there's a reason for it. And I will not press, I will not, I got taught a lesson on Monday. I'm not gonna press. I'm not gonna, trying to force it to work, because if it doesn't, there's a reason for it. But if you feel, okay, I really want to know if this is really real, and you're telling me you can't work in this environment, sure, that sounds right. Yeah, this is a very new way of us to be working in. And like I said, they want me to be so open. I got so many energies around. When we work face to face with just you and me, it is easier. It is a closer path, but I can definitely see if there's any information for you today. So, Bang Sun Moon. Okay, they are telling me to, I should trade a little bit careful here. A little bit careful. Both because you are skeptic to this, which is beautiful. We should all be skeptical. But also because you're not quite ready for in the depth that I work, is what is being said. So I want to talk, my key to see if I find the right energy frequencies, I want to talk about nausea with you. I want to talk about nausea, and I want to talk about feeling sick to the stomach, but more Nauseated, yes. I know this is very general, so I'm just gonna. It is my very first key here in this environment because I do feel nauseous and I want to talk about nausea. Could be having to do with headaches. Definitely, this is also general. I know this. I'm simply telling what is coming through. I hear a lot of banging, but I think that's because of your name, because you are Bang Samboon. So it could be a indication of going the right way here. So I want to talk about the countryside with you, and I want to talk about a white house out in the country. Sorry? But definitely this nausea. And a woman is coming through wearing a straw hat, a little bit of a straw hat, working the farms. It does look like it was a long time ago though. So we'll see where he ends up. But it is a beautiful picture, whether you resonate or not, it is a beautiful picture. So yeah, definitely feel nauseous, nauseated, and very much. I don't really want to share it with anyone. I känner i first person now. I don't really want to share this nauseous feeling, this headache that I've got with too many people. And I like to be open to things, but I also like to keep my rationality, just as you've shown. It's important. But you are also, I think, trying to find a path into understanding other people for understanding yourself. And this is general, I know that. But I do feel this nausea. It comes back and back. And I also feel a heavy, I feel it in my chest, And it's like I want to keep control of things, I want to put them out on the table and I like to distribute. So I like that thing to be there and this thing to be here, I like to keep control of my settlement is what is given, in this, okay, so I am to be a little bit in charge. And it is important. It is a very, it's part of my life. And it's nothing weird, and I know this. It's all right. I know it's general, and I know, it's just what it is. They are showing me lots of, what are they called? That you hang clothes on. Gosh, it's just disappeared from my head now. Hangers, right? They're showing me a lot of hangers. Yeah, thank you, Thinkfly. For some reason, and very, this proper. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. But it is as if, because I also see this, this nauseous feeling is back again, and I'm sat on the floor in a red t-shirt. Doesn't have to be red, but in simple clothing, and in shorts, loose shorts, and I'm sat on the floor, and the room is simply spinning, and I've got so much responsibility to take care of. I am in a big house. It feels like they're saying, well, it doesn't have to be a big, but I do feel like I'm in a big house. The feeling of it is, I'm in the big house and I've got these responsibilities that I need to take care of, and I'm feeling nauseous in it all. And that I cannot show other people because I am a proper person. Not that these hangers with the costumes or this proper clothing, it's not that it's part of your life per se, but it feels like I just wanted to be there. But I do feel like this big house, and I do feel nauseous sitting on the floor and I'm also very sweaty. Yeah, the wardrobe of proper clothes, yeah. But I feel nauseous and I feel a little bit sweaty. And I'm seeing if I am in America, perhaps. a rougher part of the English language seems to be part of my life. However, but it feels sweaty, and I feel like, yeah, we're definitely in. Well, it feels a little bit tougher, you know, the tougher language, and I feel nauseous. This is coming back. Yeah, I'm doing a reading. And whether you resonate with this or not, I do feel like I see this big house. I wonder what it can mean. But yeah, it is. I am sweating. Yes, let's see. So I use the sweaty part as a key here, and I'll see if we can work together to come into the right. So thank you for your thank you for that confirmation. It is nauseous though. Hmm. So I see these plushies. Oh, indigestion, okay. But it makes, for me, I experience this as nausea, maybe because, well, I experience that nausea. No, I can't even say the word, you know. I've got this picture of a child running after a. Once again, we're out in the countryside. Once again, we have this. It's a lovely picture. It's a beautiful scenery. I understand if you don't resonate, but it's a beautiful scenery. And I see this boy, I think it is a boy, running after this old car. And he's holding a plushie in his arms. And this car is going down this, what is it called? The path has, yeah, it's a marble, tiny marbles. And it's still this beautiful picturesque scenery. And it's a very old car. Not very old, but it looks old-fashioned. And it is red. The color red is coming through a lot here. With the red t-shirt and the red car. Could mean whatever it could, but I do see this. So you talked about your grandmother before. I do not know if this is related to your grandmother. They just wanted me to mention that you talked about her, because I want to talk about someone being allergic to cats, maybe. They're not showing me too much, probably because they want to be a little bit cautious and give more that you won't resonate with immediately. But I do feel like being here with you. So I want to talk about allergies, yeah. School has been going back and forth. It doesn't feel right to be talking about teaching, but it has been part of that. It feels part of this proper setup in the wardrobe, you know? It feels part of maybe rate 86 bronchitis, a cried and a tick, but a bit old, yeah. I want to say on your father's side, I don't know what it comes through from, but I see this, you know, this proper setup of clothes in the wardrobe, and I want to talk about that being part of, you know, I want to talk about tutoring in that setup. But they're not showing me much, and I apologize for this. I am simply transmitting what is coming through. So they're also talking about a woman singing opera, perhaps. Hmm. And they're talking about this older woman who likes to sing. Well, lots of us do, but she likes to sing while doing her make up the house, as they put it. Probably because of your skepticism or because of your, they won't put me in contact with her directly, and I have to accept this. I have to respect this. But yeah, we are American, I think it feels like, but I'm not too sure. But I hear this American, groove, or how you say, yeah. But this countryside looks almost Scandinavian, although it does look a little bit similar on some parts. But it's still this. I just see this picture of this boy clinging to his toy elephant, or what is it he's clinging to? I saw a giraffe first, but now it is a toy horse, though, a plastic one, and it's a girl. So we have a girl and a boy here. And she is sat on the steps leading up to this farmhouse, and she is watching as this boy runs after this vehicle. Montana, yeah. Maybe. They're not showing me too much information regarding that. So I see this woman down by the fields in this straw hat, and I see this man driving off in that car. And I see a boy running after the car, and I see a little girl sat on the steps leaning up to the house, watching all this happen. I'm trying to see if I can see what it means, what the message is. They're also talking about painting now. They're talking about these abstract paintings. And want to push you a little bit onto that. With love. I'm trying to see if they let me see anything else. I can smell and taste, actually, of gasoline. And I can see, working in a garage. Not as a profession, perhaps, but with a father also. They're not showing me much, unfortunately. But yeah, they're talking about Ohio, though. But I'm not sure it is the place, Ohio. They're not showing me much here. If you resonated with anything of this, you could, if you feel like we can do this together, maybe we will come down to if there's a message there. Because they're not showing me much. They're showing me this workout where you put weights on your shoulder, or not on your shoulder, but when you're holding this workout behind your heads. No, okay, it's all right. They're telling me that because of the situation and where we're in, they will not be too specific, or specific, but they will be a little bit sneaky. But I do see this weightlifting, but they hold it behind the head, so to speak. I do not like fishing. Came up. I'm just trying to see if we got an energy here. Because I followed this road in the countryside down to a lake, and that was no. I saw this fishing boat, and he went, I do not want nothing to do with fishing. Not fishing and not writing. Or writing, but not when it's pressured, you know? When you must, when you're supposed to. Don't like that. When you have to. People are putting so much pressure. You do like it. You like to as we say in Sweden, axla. You know, you like to. They wanted me to say that in Swedish. Oh, in Greece. Oh, it's called shoulder, right? You like to take the responsibility. You like that, you know? But you don't like it when people push you. Your grandmother and my father say was from a tiny village in Greece. It's a beautiful picture. Very picturesque. You hate responsibility, yeah? Okay. I just felt like, because I just got this feeling, you know, it's not fun when people put pressure, you know, that you have to do stuff. But if you choose to do it yourself, you happily do it. I just got this feeling like you want to take action, is what was given. Not to be pressured, but it's not like I'm not getting a picture of you not liking. I get not liking responsibility because, you know, don't put pressure on me. Don't have, if I have to do this, don't make me have to do it, you know? But I still got this feeling of you, part of you, where you want to take care. Maybe it's a part that you left behind or whatever, but no, I do see that though. I do see that part of you wanting to owe up, so to speak. But definitely not getting pushed into it. It's the worst thing you know. When people have, when you have to do something. When people just nagging on. Not nagging. No, that's not the right word. But I still see this side of you though. I wanted to say the side of I wanted to say the side of a respected brother, but that feels off. Oh, I'm not allowed into that part. Yeah, no, brother. That did not resonate. On a very deep level, though, I do feel this craving of wanting to be there. I do feel that. I do get, though, that you won't resonate because you put all that, you know, you do have this attitude of things is just as they are, and I don't really care. And I hate when people push me into things, having me do things. But also underneath that, I do feel this wish of actually being there. I do feel that. And they are talking about it, a younger boy again. And they are talking about a baby brother, but it feels like not, you know, I'm not. They are talking about a baby brother, but I'm not to go into that, you know? It's very protective of that because of what happened. You now found your way dealing with stuff your own way. And what happened is not, you know, no, okay, I'm not to go in there, they're saying. So I won't. what they are talking about. I do feel this wish of being there, you know? I see this protective, and that hasn't, it's not, protective in that way that it's not something you created in that sense, because it is part of you, you don't like being rushed, you don't like people having to tell you what to do and not to. But it is also, you follow that because of feeling that was the part. I know this sounds, because you are in this now, you just see it as it is, whatever. But behind that, I do see this wish to be there and to have been there. But since you can't do nothing about it, you're choosing this path, and you're choosing it on what they are telling me, not consciously, so to speak. So I get it that you will first not resonate, because you have created this boundary for yourself where you see, okay, things is simple. But deep down, I know that you experience them not to be. And I know that, no, that's wrong. Don't say that to me. Okay. But I do feel this wish to have been there. And I do feel there's something that I shouldn't go into, because you're not really gone into it yourself. They're not talking about billard. Is that what? Snooker? I'm not sure I can go into it if they don't want me to. All it is to have been there for a baby brother. And I see this garage, and I see this snooker table. So why did you give me the key of the brother then? Because as I said before, it felt like you wouldn't resonate. So then it will be resonating with something else. I just feel you want to be there. Because when I mentioned baby brother, because I said first that I don't think it would resonate, you said interesting, that's why. But I do feel like that could he's still there though, so that could be part of you. But whatever it is, I do feel like you do not like people pushing you about, and I know this, but I still feel this deep within, you wish you would have been there. And with no brothers, whoever it was, whatever it means, they are telling me not to go in there. But I do feel this part of you wanting to have been there. And not for yourself, because you've always been there for yourself. But no, they're not wanting to show me too much today. No. I do see this young boy though. With long hair. But I do not know. Could have been for someone else. They're not showing me. They're still talking about a baby brother though. Doesn't have to be a brother, but they're still talking about this. But this small house that you talked about, because when I saw this big house, as I said, it don't have to be a big house, but the feeling is big, like you're king. But no, I still see this inside of you though. Sorry, if you don't resonate, there's a reason for that, but I still see this inside of you wanting to be there, having wanted to be there. And if you're distant to your family, then I get that. And they're still showing me this young boy. That could have been you as a child, I don't know. And they're not letting me go into it. But I do see the importance here is that I do see that different part of you inside. I do feel that in my heart. Because I get this, that things is as it is, doesn't matter, really. But I do get this longing. Not in that way, and I know that you're way past that, but it is still there. I still see it. And I still see this lovely countryside picture. Could definitely have been Greece. But there was a young girl sat on the stairs, and there was this boy running after this car. And I see garages, and I see sweat and heavy lifting, and I see being king, you know? But I also see this. I see this longing. But they're not showing me much. And whatever it is, it's a reason for it. If this disproves, and if this is what you need to be disproven, then there you go. But I do see. I know, no, this longing, I get you put so many layers on top of that. You know, just because, like I said, what I see, everything is as it is, nothing to do with it, really. Nothing to do about it, so why should we discuss it? Like, yeah, I like to get into, like, discussing things, but nah. Why would we discuss this? Like, things it is as it is. But deep down, I do feel this. Yeah, it's over and over again to have been there. And the baby brother could definitely be yourself or anyone else, a cousin. Or, they're not showing me. But it's still there. Definitely. Definitely. And I know that you're not in the space for getting into everything, you know, at the moment. That is completely fine. And they're saying for the future, it's just for the future. I do see that part of you in your heart. Because we're all human, but I do see that. And for the future, it will always be there for you to see yourself. But I know there's no reason for it right now in your headspace, and that's fine. That's completely fine. So the important message here, go on, have the life that you have, and believe in the things that you believe in. You do not have to believe in this. It is totally fine. You are good as you are, you know? And they're not showing me much, because all you have to do is to be who you are, whatever that is, you know? And you will hate this, but you are beautiful as you are. Yeah, I know. No, but like, truly. So do what you feel like you need to do, and don't believe in this if you're always welcome to come back. And thank you for that wondrous picture from Greece then, probably. It was beautiful. And thank you for being here and to ask the questions. And if this has disproven my point and proven yours, so I know that you weren't out for disproving. I know you just wanted to check it out. But no, I wanted to make a point. Okay. But no matter, thank you. And take care. Just be you. and we'll probably see each other again, maybe someday. Yeah. So thank you. Axison, how is life in Sweden, Stan? It's good. I must say I'm a little bit disconnected to what is going on around me. There's been a lot going on in me and in my family, so I'm a little bit disconnected, but we are fine. Yeah. And thank you, Bangsamoon. They're not showing me any more as of now for a reason. There's always a reason. So this is simply it. Just be who you are. And don't bother about, believing something you don't believe in. It's fine. Truly. And welcome back. And just be here and hang out if you feel like it. It could do you some good to fill that room of yours with some music, maybe. Some other music. If you feel like it. You do how you feel. All the love to you. Truly. Mm. It is interesting what they choose to show, you know? Because I truly want to know if it is for resonating or to show something else. I simply transmit what is there, you know? And some people seem to resonate almost 100%. Some people say it is 100%, but for some people it doesn't resonate at that particular time, and then they come back. I had a reading, what was it? A couple of streams ago. I was talking to a lovely, lovely person, Koi Boy, and I gave them a reading, and I got this Russian woman, and she just, yeah, I'm just, thank you, Takana, for asking. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little bit tired. I will not go on for, it's just 15 minutes left, so don't worry about me. But they have asked me not to do any more readings. Thank you. So, what was it that I said? Yeah, so Koi Boy, and we had a lovely, lovely reading. And I had this Russian woman who just wouldn't leave, you know? And they tried to understand, oh, could it be? No, it doesn't resonate, you know? Oh, maybe it could be this person, but no, all these things that you say, it does not resonate, no? And then, just hang on. Oh, my fiance is trying to tell me something. Just hang on. Love, I'll be with you. But yeah, it does not resonate. And then they came back and they were with us for 4 hours maybe or something. And 2 hours later, they came back and said, "Ah, you know what? I just realized what it was about." And I was so glad that I didn't, try to change my story. So like now, when I got this, oh, brother, but he has got no brothers, so no resonation will happen. And then it came back to brother again. And then it could mean something else, you know? All I am is transmitting, like I said. It is easier to work face to face or in a private session, just you and me, because then we can interact and we can talk about this. And also, it is a shorter distance between us in that I am not this open, to every energy. So, yeah. So, hang on, my lovely moderator. I think we should accept them, Bumpus, if they're not rude in that way. If they're not, wrong, if they don't hurt people. So, real Donald Trump, hi, welcome. You can't have sex with me, unfortunately, but you are welcome to be here. So, yeah. They are preparing us to end the stream, guys. I can feel it happening. I think that was what you meant to Kana as well. Are you still okay? They're trying to end the stream, or they are starting to, you know. We had 3 readings today, I think. Really good. And I also got, you know what, guys? You know what? I'm gonna end by reading you some of my work. What do you think about that? Would that be good? I wonder which I can read to you. Um, any suggestion? Sounds good. Yeah, I think that's a good way to end this. You know, I'm not rebelling anymore against my guides, guys. So, what should I read? What should I read? Would you like a poem? Maybe we have time for a couple of poems, or would you like a short story? What do you reckon, guys? You want me to do it in Swedish? I could do it in Swedish, if you want me to. Feel free. Okay, I have no idea, guys, which one I'm gonna choose. I got some comedy, quite dark comedy, I must say though, and some lighter ones. I haven't seen this for a while, you know. I haven't gone through them for a long one. Just switch back and forth like every other word. Well, the thing is, there are different stories, so they are in the original language. So some of them are written in English and some of them are written in Swedish. So if I get to do this every other word, I need to translate it directly, so to say, so to speak. But I can do so. I actually feel like reading a humorous bit, but it is quite dark. Quite dark humor, quite bad humor, but for some reason, that'd be funny. Well, okay, so I will read you a dark humorous bit that I don't quite get myself, but my guides actually, I don't know why, but wanted me to share it. Guys, if you want some better things, or so to say, some better works, check my blog out. There's lots of different genres and things on there in different quality. But yeah, so I will. This is in English. Oh, sorry, that was another one. This is in English. Do you still want me to do every other word in Swedish? Or I will just read it as it is. I think I just read it as it is, actually. I'm gonna change music, yes. I'm gonna read it as it is. It's a little bit weird, so bear with me. And if you like something better, there's all sorts in there. Oh, what happened to the music? Weird is good. Yeah, you're gonna like this, Imagine, I think. This is dark though, so don't judge me. And it was a long time I read it, so this is a dialogue in a cellar. So I guess this is it then. I suppose it is. Did you did you ever think this day would come? Like, could you ever imagine? No, no. I would. Sorry, what were you gonna say? No, you go first. Well, would you. I mean, do you think? Are you gonna tell anyone? No, I don't think I will. Are you? No, I don't think I will. I definitely think we should, though. Oh, yeah. Probably for the best. Yeah, so, no, no. 7 days, was it? Yeah, I think it was, yeah. Or maybe 10 even. 10. Yeah, or 9. Also, can't really remember, to be honest. No, no, I guess it's not really what is most promptly in one's mind at the moment. Yeah, no, probably not. It was for you, though, seems like. Yeah, well, way of making conversation, I guess. Mm. So, yeah, time to go, I guess. Yeah? Yeah. What do we do with, huh? The body. What do we do with the body? Don't look at me. Well, what? Nothing is just that. What? Well, between you and the body of a dead kidnapper, I rather look at you. We do not know for certain there were a kidnapper, Josh. No, but, well, the evidence of sort of point in that direction, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't say nothing of the sort. What? Well, I'd much rather have a dead kidnapper on my conscience than an innocent one. An innocent kidnapper, you mean? Well, no, an innocent individual. A rat, Josh. It's a rat. Dead, no matter kidnapper or no. What if it was a mother? Whose mother? To the baby. What if we kill the baby's mother? Again, it is a rat. The baby, as you call it, is a guinea pig. If so was the case, I believe we would have fallen upon something quite a lot bigger than a dead rat in a cellar. No trace of the necklace, though. No, as suspected. I find it way more probable the kid lost her mother's necklace and is blaming the pet for stealing it, rather that than rather than that the small thing actually had taken the jewelry for them being kidnapped by an ill-meaning rat. Friend, then. What? If not mother, friend. We've killed the piggy's friend. Guinea pig. But yes, most probably. Come on, let's get this cage with inhabitants back to their owner. It scared me. I didn't mean to. You met a rat in a cellar. It is an absolute normal reaction to hit it with a broom. Maybe it was down here as a guest. Friend rat was only going to get the pig's tea when it took a broom to the head. Would you do that? Do what? Hitting someone with a broom if you thought they had me kidnapped for several days. No. No? No. But why? 'Cause I would be the rat in the scenario, and I would bite the stupid man in the foot. Come on now, I've had enough excitement for one day. But you could be dead. What? In this scenario, you would already be dead. So would you. Could we bury it? No matter. I will make it so the kid and I can have a beautiful burial of the piggy's friend, and you can go bite yourself in the foot. So that was it. Guys, disclaimer, I do not believe in anything of this. In every part of this, you shouldn't hit animals, and it is a cruel story, but it's a little bit of a humorous one. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I don't know why I shared that one. It's not really what I believe in, but well, I guess it makes for another part of me, right? I hope you could hear Belle's story. I hope you understood. So that was pretty strange, yeah. It was. I'll read you a poem instead, should I? That is more like me. But yeah, it is pretty strange. When did I write it? Oh yeah, 2018. Oh, I don't know. But as I said, you can find them all in the blog. So let me read you this one. This is written in 2015. It's called Fallen Night. With a raging storm inside my heart and feet that stumps the rhythm, I walk down a path that has been lost and now forbidden. I hear a wolf cry at the moon as if to reach out to the heights, as it carries the cheek of a fallen night. I hear a wolf cry at the moon, a darkness lays room, where Mother Earth care for her cocoon. Are you gonna stay out there? Are you gonna paint the wind with your fear? Are you gonna let me stay in here, accompanied by a lonesome tear? Whenever lonely, forever gone, lost in them spaces I once called home, drifting slowly, falling fast, lost in them spaces, never came to last. That was more up my alley. It feels good to have shared the other one though, because they told me some in chat would enjoy it. And there you had another. Thank you so much. So you can find it all in the weird, humorous, dark humor bits, and more up in my alley. What I believe in, my voice, so to speak. So you can find it all, or you can find many of them, at least on the blog that we shared. So yeah, I don't know why I wanted to share the dialogue in the cellar thing. It just felt right to do so. So yeah. So if this would be something that you would like me to continue doing, to read, then tell me so. And I have time for one more poem, if you would like. I'll see what I can find. There's also some lyrics to songs here that I've written. Okay, so I will read you this one, guys. Oh yeah, that link, yeah. Bembus is actually coming here. We're taking half days, both of us today. So we got some things to do in the office, so he's coming here, so we're gonna check it out together. Thank you so much for that, Tukana. I'm gonna read you this one. It is a sad one, but I'm gonna read it to you. It's a little bit of a longer one, not too long, but I'm gonna read it to you, and we will sit a while and reflect, and then we will say thank you for today. So I read you this one. This is written in 2017. February hiding. It's been a long while since you last saw my face. A life passed by since you last heard my voice. I've been long lost gone in outer space. From what they said, I had a choice. If I could bring a star, If I could, I would bring a star back for you. They're especially pretty this time of year. I could have the moon orbit around you, have the tide drench all your fear. I could walk beside you as the sun dry your tear. This time there is not to worry. I've pushed the beast back into its lair. What more a way to say I'm sorry? Long time has gone since I last let you know I'm alive. Feels like a lifetime since I last asked to hear your voice. I've been hiding in what I call outer space. What hurts the most is that it was my own choice. I never known a star to be, but what light it provides. To watch and to dream upon, from on ground I stand. Some nights I wish on the moon to heal what wounds my life divides. I so often open my arms, but I forget to give my hand. There we go, guys. That is some parts of what can be found if you feel like taking part of it, or I can come back and read it to you, or both. And maybe I read something in Swedish. We'll see. But as of now, I am so glad to say that I will follow my guides, and we have come to the end of this beautiful, beautiful stream. Yep. So I hope that you guys... Oh, thank you so much, Imagine. Do so. Some are weird and some are sad, and there's all different kinds to find there. You can see when they are originally written though, so you can follow the evolve development of my of my wording, so to speak, of my language knowledge and so on. I think there are some there that I wrote when I was in maybe 3rd grade or so. I think 2nd and 3rd grade. You can find all sorts there. Well, Dustin, I think I already done something silly today. Reading that weird dialogue in a celibate, right? Thank you so much, you two guys. And yeah, we do. It's time for you to come here now, Bumpers. Come on. We need to go get that pizza. That's silly, right? Or maybe you can get the pizza and then come here. No, I think we go and eat out, right? And then we come back. I think that's the best one. But it's time for you to get here now, Bumpers. And it's time for us to say thank you so much for joining us on this stream. Okay, well, I will end it here for now. And we will see when we'll be back. But it definitely feels, I think you guys can feel that. It feels so much lighter today. And I'm really looking forward to going into this more and more and continue our journey. Truly, I think it is so, so beautiful. So, thank you so much, guys. And take care. And I will post when we are live next. We'll see. I've been told to take the rest of the week off actually because my our lovely Bumpers is not feeling too well. So we will just go back. Sorry, I'm following chats. I love doing it at work. So we will probably be off for the rest of the week. But follow us, like it says in chat, like Bemba says. Follow us and you get notified, and follow our forum and Facebook. We put everything there. So Molly Sandén, universe. I think you shared that with me once before, didn't you, Imagine? Oh, Pampers, it's going alright for you. Yeah. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for joining and have a lovely, lovely day. And like Tukana said, do something silly and I go have some pizza. And we'll see you. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you when I see you. Love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And if you would like a private consultation where I am consistent in my work, I know what I'm doing, you know what to do. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, do so. And also, go check out our content library on YouTube and the video that I posted this morning describing how we work in this environment and why sometimes, well, what happened when it seemed it didn't work. So, yeah, okay. Take care and enjoy. And I'll see you soon. I don't want to go, but I'm not going to be a rebel now. I'm going to listen to my guides and we're going to close off. And thank you so much. I love you guys. There it is. Okay. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye. Say bye to Bumpers and Shots. All love. And cheers, guys. Sorry, that freak. We share with water instead. Cheers. We see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.